नमयं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतलस्य मते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी पचारिणी निर्विशेषण्यवादी पश्चातदशतारिणी नमो महापदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गुरुतिशन् नमो ब्रह्मणदेवाय गुरुब्रह्मण हिताय च जगदिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः मुखं करोति वाचलं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिजत्किपातं हं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् श्रीचैतन्यपरमेश्वरं श्रीगुरुदेवतारिणम् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टके जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Originally, I wrote Bhagavatam Gita as it is in the form in which it is the presented now. When this book was first published, the original manuscript was unfortunately cut short to less than 400 pages without the illustrations and without the explanation for most of the original verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam Gita in all of my other books, Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Upanishad. The system is that I give the original verse, it's the English translations word for word. Sanskrit English, the equivalent translation, the purport is makes the books very authentic and the secularly and makes the meaning self-evident. I was not very happy, therefore, when I had to minimize my original manuscript, but later on, when the demand for Bhagavatam Gita as it is consi- considerably increased, I was requested by many secular and devotee to present the book in its original form. Thus, the present attempted it is to offer the original manuscript of this great book of knowledge with full parampara explanation in order to establish the Krishna consciousness movement more soundly and the for grace really. Our Krishna consciousness movement is the genuine, historical, authentic, natural, and transcendental right to its being based on Bhagavatam Gita as it is. It is the gradually become the most popular movement in the entire world, especially amongst the younger generation. It is become more and more interesting to the older generation also. Older gentlemen are becoming interested so much so that the father and the grandfather of my disciples are increasing as by becoming life member of our great society, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. In Los Angeles, many father and the mother used to come to see me to express their feeling of gratitude for many leading the Krishna consciousness movement throughout the entire world. Some of them said that it is the greatly fortunate for the American that I have started the Krishna consciousness movement in America. But actually, the original father of this movement is Lord Krishna himself, since it was started a very long time Megabat is coming down to human society by disciples' succession. If I have any credit in this connection, it does not belong to me personally, but it is tied to my inter spiritual master. His divine grace, Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Paribaja Acharya 108, Sri Srimad Bhakti Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada. If personally I have any credit in this matter, it is only that I have tried to present Bhagavatam Gita as it is, without any adoration before my presentation of Bhagavad Gita, as it is almost all the English edition of Bhagavad Gita were the introduced to fulfill someone's personal ambition, but our attempt is presenting the Bhagavad Gita as it is to present the mission of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Krishna. Our business is to present the will of Krishna, not that any manintance the spirituality like the politician, philosopher, or scientist, for they have very little knowledge of Krishna despite all their other knowledge. When Krishna says the Manmana Baba Mad Bhakta Mad Yajabam Namaskuru Mame Vishamshi Satam Te Pati Janapya Hasime. Bhagavad Gita 1865. It's with unlike the so-called scholar do not say that Krishna and his inner spiritual are different. The Krishna is a absolute and there is no difference between Krishna's name. Krishna from the Krishna's qualities, Krishna's pastime. It's this absolute the position of Krishna is difficult to understand for many persons who is not a devotee of Krishna is the system of parampara, disciple succession. General thus so called the secular and politician, philosopher, and savants the without perfect knowledge of Krishna. Try to banish for skill canal when write the commentary on Bhagavad Gita. Success the unauthorized the commentary upon the Bhagavad Gita is known as the Mahaprabhu. Mayavenu Bihi. And the Lord Chaitanya has warned has about this unauthorized man. Lord Chaitanya clearly said that anyone who tries to understand Bhagavad Gita from the medieval point of the view will commit a great blunder. The result of such a blunder will be that the misguided student of Bhagavad Gita will certainly be bewildered on the part of the spiritual guidance and will not be able to go back to home, back to Godhead. Our only purpose is to present this Bhagavad Gita as it is in order to guide the conditioned student to the same purpose for which Krishna descended to Krishna. It's mystic word pronunciation. So please understand. To this the planet and once is in the day and Brahma of every years. This is the purpose it is started in the Bhagavad Gita, and we have to accept it is it in. Otherwise, there is no point in trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita and its speaker, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna first spoke Bhagavad Gita is the sun god some hundred of million of year ago. Million of year ago. We have to accept this fact and thus understand the historical significance of Bhagavad Gita without misinterpretation on the authenticity of Krishna. To the interpret Bhagavad Gita without any reference to the will of Krishna is the greatest offense. In order to save oneself from this offense, one has to understand the Lord as the supreme personality of Godhead, as he was directly understood by Arjuna. Lord Krishna first the disciples searched understanding the Bhagavad Gita is really perfectible and the authentic for the welfare of human society in fulfilling the mission of life. Krishna consciousness movement is the essential in human society for its offer the highest perfection of life. How this is so is explained fully in the Bhagavad Gita. Unfortunately, many just wondering have taken advantage of Bhagavad Gita to push forward their demonic propensity and the mislead people regarding right understand of the simple principles of life. Everyone should know how God or Krishna is great, and everyone should know the factual position of the living enters. Everyone should know that the living enter in eternally as servant of the that unless one serves Krishna, one has to say serve illusion in different varieties of the three modest of the material nature and those under perpetually within the cycles of birth and death. Cycle of birth and death. Even the so-called liberation Maya speculator has to undergo this process. This knowledge constantly a great sense and each and every living being has to hear it for its own interest. People is generally, especially in this act of Kali, are the embodied by the eternal energy of Krishna and they only think that by advancement of material comfort every man will be happy. They have no knowledge that the material of external nature is very strong, for everyone is strongly bound by the stringent laws of the material nature. A living entity is happily the part of the parcels of the Lord, and thus his natural functions is to render the immediate service to the Lord. By the spell of illusion, one tries to be happy by serving his personally sense gratification indifferent from which will never make him happy. Instantly of satisfaction is one personally material sense. He has to safety the sense of the Lord. That is the highest perfection of life. The higher of the higher perfection of life satisfy the sense of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.